Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Chainlink. We're going to discuss the fact that Chainlink has now partnered with Cardano, and perhaps they will be stronger together. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So Chainlink has now partnered with Cardano, and these are two of my favorite projects. They've been two of my favorite projects for a long time. They've both made their own respective price moves at their own times, and they've been very different from each other. Recently, Cardano has outperformed Chainlink, but once upon a time, Chainlink outperformed the entire market. So recently, Cardano has integrated Chainlink oracles for real-time market data. And I mean, this isn't really new for Chainlink in the sense that they partner with all sorts of projects, and they've been being integrated in all sorts of networks over the last several years. But I would say that, I will contend that I do believe Chainlink is still undervalued with respect to a lot of the other altcoins out there. Now, of course, if Bitcoin dumps, then everything's going to go down in the short term, more than likely. But with respect to a lot of the other projects, I do think Link is still undervalued. Now, one of the things going on right now is you'll see a lot of layer ones taking off. Cardano has taken off, Solana, Avalanche, right? Tons of these projects. Cosmos, Polkadot has done really well this year. A lot of layer ones have done relatively well. Maybe with Polkadot, they would argue they're a layer zero. But the point is to say that crypto operates in seasons. Okay, there's a lot of seasonality to cryptocurrency, and right now we are in layer ones, right? If you remember back to the summer of 2020, that was a DeFi summer. You guys remember the summer, the DeFi summer of 2020? That was when all the DeFi projects were just taking off. So there's seasonality. There's seasonality to cryptocurrency, and right now we are in the season of layer ones. I do believe that seasonality will shift over time, and that Link will surge back again. Now, if we look at the Link USD valuation, currently we are trading below the bull market support band, which is not something we really would like to see, right? It's not something we really want to see. We've seen those similar moves like this in the past, all right? I want to show you what I mean. If we were to take a bar pattern from, say, here over this way, let me get that one a little bit better. So we'll take it from right here over here, and if I just shift this over, now I should say, we do not expect history to repeat itself. We never do. I'm just showing you what has happened in the past at a very similar type move in the market. So we saw a similar setup before, and it was back over here when Link in 2019 went up to $4, a little over $4. It came back down to $150, and then back up to $3, back down to $173, back up to $5, a capitulation to $140. And then from there, it took off and put in a new all-time high that far surpassed everything else we had seen in recent history. Now, I don't know if it's going to play out like that or not, but if it were to play out like that, you can see we would have gone to, say, $50 and then down to 13 and then back up to around 40. If it continues to play out, then there could still be a little bit more downside here in the short term if that were to continue to play out like that, okay? And one of the ways this could happen is if Bitcoin goes back to 40K or something, or 38K, of course you're going to see the altcoin market bleed. Now, if it continues to follow that, it would mean that it should be able to surge after it. We'd have that March pandemic dump, right? Which hopefully we don't have to see that one again. And then it would maybe surge all the way up to several $100s. But I mean, if this one were to play out, then it would actually not even finish until the summer of 2022. Now, a lot of people ask me, where is Link going to go this market cycle? And it's sort of a hard question to answer, because one of the reasons I hold Link is it does its own thing. Like it doesn't really behave in the sense of following a Bitcoin market cycle. If you remember back in 2018, most every altcoin dropped 95%, 98%, okay? Chainlink is partnering with Cardano, and I like Cardano. You guys know I do. And Cardano dropped from like $1.38 to less than 2 cents, and then now it's back up over $2, like $2.40 or something. So you see the volatility there, right? We saw a lot of other projects do that. Link wasn't nearly as bad, right? I mean, it dropped, but it was putting in new all-time highs, in by the summer of 2019. In fact, okay, not a lot of projects did that. So when we look at this, and we know that crypto went through a long bear market and accumulation phase from say 2018, 2019, 2020, and we look at the Link USD chart, you might be hard pressed to really find that long bear market accumulation phase. Now, the bear market might be sort of obvious here, but the accumulation phase that a lot of other cryptocurrencies saw that lasted 1 to 2 years, that's not present on the Chainlink chart. In fact, on the Chainlink chart, we've mostly just been going up. Okay, and of course, people are going to suffer from recency bias and the fact that it hasn't done much recently. And it sort of comes with a mentality of, yeah, it's great that it used to put in nice returns, but what has it done for me recently? That's sort of the mentality that we're seeing right now. One of the things we always wondered back then was, how will Chainlink perform when crypto as a whole is in a bull market? Because when crypto was in a bear market and accumulation phase, Link was doing relatively well. So it'll be interesting to follow. When people ask me what do I think it's going to do this market cycle, I don't really know, because I think that, I think it can go up to a few $100s, but I would also contend that I don't know that Link is constrained to the same type of market cycle that other cryptocurrencies are constrained to. That's one of the reasons why I hold Chainlink, is because it improves your covariance matrix when you calculate, when you're looking at, say, your how Link compares to other assets and whatnot. Link is a good one to have. Okay, now, yes, recently the performance hasn't been so great. Over the last, since say May of 21, it hasn't been doing so well. I do think it'll come out the other side. Now, if you look at the Link Bitcoin valuation, this is really interesting. And, within a couple months, we're going to be getting to crunch time for Link. What do I mean by that? Well, once upon a time, the Link Bitcoin valuation was, it was on an exponential fit, right? It was on an exponential curve where it was tracking the Link Bitcoin was going up exponentially. We have fallen off that, okay? We have fallen off that. I don't know if we'll ever make it back to that again, because we've fallen off of it since Bitcoin went on a bull run. You note that August of 2020, that's when Bitcoin held the 20-week moving average right here, and that's when Bitcoin took off. Over that same period of time, the Link Bitcoin valuation has not been doing that well. But you can see that we're sort of converging down, right? Where we came up and then down, and then up and down and up and down. What I hope to see happen, I hope to see Link come back up and go this way, not this way, right? So I'm hoping that the valuation of Link Bitcoin can in fact go this way, and it can start reclaiming some of the territory that it's lost against Bitcoin. So we are getting close to crunch time here, and you can see that by November we should be getting some type of resolution. Maybe not the very beginning of November, but if we haven't broken out of it by November, either to the upside or the downside, then it's probably somewhat imminent, right? Probably somewhat imminent. This goes all the way till basically January, but I wouldn't expect it to go the entire range here. Certainly keep an eye out on the Link Bitcoin valuation. Link Ether is getting squeezed right now between these prior support level, this prior support level, and the bull market support band of the Link Ether valuation. All right, it's currently getting squeezed. It's trying to hold the line, but every push up gets rejected by the bull market support band. So it's trying to hold this line while simultaneously getting rejected by this. And this is going to keep coming down, right? Where we expect this, it might level off a little bit, but we should be getting some type of resolution here as well within the next 1 to 2 months. So Link, it's not necessarily quite to crunch time yet, but it is getting there. And what we would like to see is Link Ether break out this way. We would like to see Link Bitcoin break out this way. And we would like to see Link USD get back above the 20-week SMA and ultimately go higher. Obviously, a lot of this will be dependent on Bitcoin holding the line. Bitcoin does not hold the line. and we could end up getting one of those, capitulation type events like we saw back over here, where it went from, $3 back down to 175, and we came up, came back down, etc., etc. You guys get the idea. Chainlink and Cardano have now partnered, and again, these are two of my favorite projects. I'm hoping that ultimately Link and Cardano will be stronger together. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Remember to check out the premium list at intothe-cryptoverse.com. Definitely subscribe, click the bell icon to turn on notifications, and I will see you next time. Bye.